Hey everybody, it's Ellen. Welcome to class. Another day of quarantine, another opportunity to learn some new skills and tips to de stress and to help cultivate grit and resilience. So, we're going to start our class today with a coaching tip, and then I'm going to guide you through a stress management practice. Coaching tip for today: sleep. We need to focus on sleep and protect our sleep that as though it is the most valuable possession that we have. This time in our lives, for some of us, we're sleeping like babies. For a lot of us, we're not getting quality sleep, even though we have more time to sleep because we're not spending time commuting to work and getting maybe dressed up in the morning to go to work. We are, many of us are having trouble sleeping, especially because of worries and concerns that we have. So, how do we improve the quality of our sleep? Part of it is going to have to do with the stress management technique that I'm going to teach you. But the other part about sleep that's very important is that we need to set a schedule for ourselves with sleep. With what's going on now, some of us are staying up much later than we ever did before. Some of us are sleeping a lot later than we did before. And that's a really luxurious, beautiful thing, but we need to make sure that we're setting kind of rules for ourselves with sleep, the same way we do if we have children or if you've taken care of babies. We have a bedtime for them because that routine and ritual helps them grow. It helps keep them safe and healthy. It helps their emotional and physical well being. Well, we need to apply the same skills and techniques for ourselves. So if you have an erratic sleep schedule, the first thing I recommend is that you make a firm decision. I am going to go to bed by, whatever, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, whatever it is. And then I recommend that you decide what time you're going to wake up every morning. And it doesn't have to be exactly 8 o'clock. It could be I'm going to get up between 8 and 8:30, but that you have a routine and a ritual set up for yourself. Now, something that you might want to play around with, especially this time of year because it is lighter out so much earlier now, is you may want to experiment with going to bed a little earlier than you ever have before. See if that works for you. Sometimes people, the quality of their sleep is improved when they go to bed earlier and wake up earlier. So that might be something to play around with also. And, if you're living with people in your household or there are more people in your house now than there ever were before, it's very important that you also articulate to them, I'm going to bed now, leave me alone, try to be quiet, or just let them know that this is something that's really important to you. When we're under stress, our body uses a lot of energy to deal with that stress. So you might be feeling tired more now than you ever did before. And it's because being stressed out is exhausting. It's exhausting. So the other part of sleep is I recommend resting during the day when you can. Now, resting doesn't mean sleep, it doesn't have to mean sleep. It can if you want to take a nap, if you have the luxury of time to do that. But also resting during the day is implementing some of these stress management tools that I'm going to guide you through, and maybe you've seen some of my other videos where I've talked about some different techniques. So just weaving in these restful practices that signal to the immune system that all is well, that signal to your nervous system that is all is well. Again, they not only help us de-stress, but they help us become rested and help us cultivate grit and resilience. Sleep, protect it, work it. Now, I'm going to introduce you to just a couple of techniques. These are techniques that you can use anytime during the day. These are techniques you might want to use in the middle of the night if you wake up and you're having a hard time going back to sleep. Anyone have that problem? I didn't. So these are techniques that I go to help me get back to sleep. Okay, so here we go. We're going to practice breath awareness, which is a technique that I've introduced often with these classes, with these sessions, because the breath awareness is just such a great way to shift gears and shift your attention away from all of the distractions, all the thoughts, all the news, right? And then the other thing we're going to practice is something called a gratitude meditation. So here we go. You ready? I want you to sit, stand, lie down, whatever you want so you're comfortable. You can practice with your eyes open or your eyes closed. You choose. Now, remember, for some people, practicing with their eyes closed is a really beautiful thing because it helps them detach from all those distractions around. But if you'd like to practice with your eyes open, you're welcome to. So eyes open or eyes closed. We're going to start with something called breath awareness. And all that means is we're going to breathe and we're going to bring our attention to that breath. Now, that might be hard for you because your attention might be on all kinds of things. You might have a landscaper outside of your house, the way I do right now, which is a little distracting, but that's okay. I'm going to bring my attention to my breathing. So you breathe in and out through your nose or your mouth or a combination, and just let your breath flow and bring your awareness to breath. And some ways to help hold your attention to breathing is to pay very close attention to the sensation of the air as it moves in and out of your body. So, for instance, if you are using your nose to breathe, pay close attention to the sensation of air coming in through the nostrils and going out through the nostrils. Let's practice that for a moment. Let's be quiet, practice that for a moment. Notice the temperature of the air as it comes into your body and the temperature as you exhale out. Now just feel all the movement that takes place in your body as you breathe. You may feel movement in your chest or your belly or your shoulders or the area of your rib cage. Just kind of feel and notice where that movement's taking place. All right, now keep on breathing, everybody. Keep on breathing. Keep your eyes closed if they're closed. We're going to transition into this fabulous meditation practice. It's called gratitude meditation. And what that means with all of these meditation techniques, what that means is we are going to practice focusing our attention on one thing. And for this practice, it's going to be on gratitude. So, quietly in your mind, begin to say to yourself, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Quietly, in a beautiful, gentle tone of voice, as though you are speaking to the most precious person in your life. Repeat those words. Now, the gratitude meditation could be as simple as saying, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Or you can become very detailed with it. I am grateful for this class. I am grateful for my breath. I am grateful for my neighbors. I am grateful for my family, my colleagues, whatever it is. Repeat that phrase to yourself. I am grateful for you fill in the blank. You fill in the blank. And be as detailed as you want. You could say, I am grateful for my family, but you could list off, I am grateful for this person, name each person, your cousins, your aunts, whatever it is. So we're going to practice this technique for about 60 seconds or so. Quietly, I'm going to stop talking and quietly in your mind, you are going to repeat, I am grateful. When your mind starts drifting to something else, which it most likely will, you're going to think about something. Maybe you have a landscaper cutting your neighbor's lawn and you're going to get distracted by that sound. That's okay. When you get distracted, just bring your attention back to that repetition. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. We'll be quiet for a few minutes and then I'm going to guide you out. I'm going to close my eyes for a few moments so I can practice. Keep on breathing. Notice where your mind is. If it's moved on to something else besides your gratitude meditation, guide it back. I am grateful. I am grateful. If If your eyes are closed, keep them closed for just a little longer. And as you breathe in and out, bring your attention to the area of your heart, the area of your heart. And if you want, you can even place one palm right on the center of your chest and the other hand on top, just to bring your awareness to the area of your heart center, which is the space just right of your physical heart. And just let your hands rest there and breathe. And maybe pay close attention to the sensation of your chest rising as you breathe in and falling as you breathe out. You might even want to not only feel that sensation, but quietly in your mind say to yourself, I'm grateful for my lungs. I'm grateful for my beautiful heart beating. And pay close attention to the area of your heart and your heart center. And maybe even notice, feel your heart beating or any sensation of movement, of vibration taking place in the body. Notice that. And if you'd like, say to yourself, I am grateful for my beautiful heart beating. Relax your hands back down in your lap or by your sides. If your eyes are closed, open them, but maybe look down toward the floor for a moment. Give your eyes a few moments to adjust back to the light of the room that you're in. And then when you're ready, lift your gaze upward. Lift your gaze upward. And now bring your attention to the corners of your mouth and lift them towards your ears. Putting that big smile on your face. And remember that as we smile, we're walking around with masks on outside. People can tell you're smiling with your eyes, and it's such a beautiful thing for people to see the smiley eyes. So whenever you're near people out, smile, smile, give them a smile. What a beautiful gift. What a beautiful gift. I encourage you to play and experiment with these different techniques. Practice for 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. Practice before you go to bed. When you turn off that light, lay in bed, breathe, and use that gratitude meditation as a segue to sleep. If you wake up in the middle of the night and have challenges falling back asleep, no problem. You can practice this technique. See how it works for you. See how it works for you. And then anytime during the day, when you're with anybody or by yourself, it's so important that we not only think what we're grateful for, but we speak those words out loud. We do that for ourselves. We do it to model gratitude for other people in our homes, our colleagues, our children, our friends, whatever it is. But to just say, I am grateful. I am grateful that landscaper is outside because you know what? My neighbor, he's getting a little older and he's decided I need help with my yard. And I am grateful my neighbor hired that guy to take care of his yard. I'm grateful he's taking care of himself by hiring someone to help him. So anytime you can think about it, you be an investigator and you find things that you are grateful for. So thank you for joining class. Be well, everybody. Play, experiment, have fun with this stuff. I'll see you next time.